Rapid Fire News, I'm Scott Summit and this is 11 Hats Media. The FBI and the Department of Justice say Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide and that there was no client list. No one believes you, and a friendly reminder to everyone watching that the government will lie to you no matter who is in charge. If there was no client list, then we should at least let Ghislaine Maxwell out of prison. She couldn't have trafficked all those little girls if there wasn't a list. 11 Hats Media stands for justice, and it is an absolute injustice that Ghislaine Maxwell is still in prison because there was no list. I knew this was going to be the outcome the entire time. Do you think powerful people are going to implicate themselves and their friends in unspeakable crimes? Moving on, at least 90 people have passed away as a flood ripped through central Texas over the weekend. Our hearts go out to the victims and we pray for those affected. A man was killed after he opened fire on a border patrol facility in Texas. What did this guy think was going to happen? ICE has more funding than most countries' military. A border patrol cop is not the most thought-through way to go out. This really is the perfect story for both sides. The left can say he was a MAGA and he was trying to kill the immigrants, and the right can say he was Antifa and he was trying to kill ICE. An Australian woman is convicted of poisoning her in-laws with poisoned mushrooms. She put the poisoned mushrooms in a beef Wellington, which gets an A+ for creativity. No one thinks they're about to get murdered if they're being served a beef Wellington. Do you know how hard that dish is to make? Is this the first Gordon Ramsay-approved triple homicide? As a legal disclaimer, that was a joke, and Gordon Ramsay was not going to murder in any way. Crime tip of the day: if you're going to murder your in-laws, you at least want to have plausible deniability. And the best way to do that is to handle mushrooms that you know nothing about. Whoopsie. Second legal disclaimer, that was also a joke, and 11 Hats Media does not condone murder in any way either. A lot of death today. Next topic. A Russian transportation secretary was found dead after being dismissed by Vladimir Putin. That doesn't raise any red flags. Being fired by a violent oligarch and then being found murdered later that same day is completely normal. I'm sure it was just a coincidence. You make a lot of enemies being the transportation secretary in Russia. There's no way that a dictator who has a history of doing this would do it again. That would be so out of character. Sean Puff Daddy Diddy Combs was given a standing ovation when he returned to jail, according to his lawyer. He got off on the biggest charges. If I was a criminal, I would be giving him a standing ovation too. Do you think a jail block full of guys is going to be mad at the guy who discovered Usher, who then discovered Justin Bieber, who then changed the landscape of pop music forever? I'm surprised the guards didn't just let him go. I think they should have. What good is it to have Diddy in jail if we know he committed the crimes? A 16 and pregnant star was arrested for involuntary manslaughter. Drug dealers shouldn't be held accountable for their clients doing too much. She didn't mean for him to die. If you were the former star of 16 and pregnant and now you're illegally selling trank, you probably want repeat customers. This is just a young mother doing what she needs to do to provide for her baby. Nothing more, nothing less. And a thunder moon will appear in the night skies this week. It's just a normal full moon, but with a better name.